I thought that since it's cold as balls outside, we should go outside. Maybe that's not a good idea.
It's so effing cold out here.
Why am I out here?
Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday. I am outside right now and it is freezing cold. I have a perfect question/challenge for today, and we'll get to that in a minute. First off, I want to go back to the questions. Paige, if I owned a village with little tiny villagers and they decided to make a life-size monument, what would it be of and what would it be made of? My monument would be like having like just like a statue of me just like standing proud and tall, but with all of my favorite like YouTubers like slash friends. Like we'd just be like a bunch of statues like all together like in one big pose of like all my like favorite YouTubers. So obviously Ashiel 1515, Stevie Productions, everyone knows that I love him. Yeah. Third, Kate reads books. Fourth, Katie blogs. That would be all. In Ashiel's video, she had gummy worms and stuff like that, and how like her narwhals were shooting them out. My statue, my thingy, whatever, is gonna be made out of gummy bears or gummy worms. Ashiel, you asked what is our obsession currently. Well, you know me. You know a lot of my obsessions.
My current obsession. Okay, now, I don't know. This has kind of been like a really short obsession, so I don't know if it actually counts, but I think it does. Like the first couple or whatever, they were like in the 80s and stuff like that. And I had seen some of these movies when I seen some of those movies when I was little. And like the first couple or whatever, they were like in the 80s and stuff like that. And I had seen some of these movies when I seen some of those movies when I was little. And like the first couple or whatever, they were like in the 80s and stuff like that. And I had seen some of these movies when I seen some of those movies when I was little, and I really liked them. But anyways, they came back on, so I watched them. And then I had a dream that I was in the 80s, like I was actually like a teenager like in the 80s, and how freaking like cool it was, and just like going to like clubs and listening to 80s music. And then like I woke up, and then like the entire week, and like still up to now, I've been obsessed with 80s. Like obviously not wearing 80s, like are you kidding me? Like I don't own 80s clothing, but just like listening to 80s music and like watching 80s movies. So Adrian asked, what are our political views? I am without a doubt 100% liberal. Just, you know, I'm 14. And I really don't care that much about like politics and stuff like that. And of course, like I say that, but then like when someone has like a political opinion, like I completely disagree with it, because like my personality is to like automatically argue, because that's just kind of how I am. But like, you know, how do I know that I'm liberal? Well, I mean, just kind of like the liberal ideals. Like, you know, I'm 14 years old. I'm not well educated in politics. I went online and I took like liberal and conservative quizzes, and then like I looked up the whole what all do liberals like mostly like lean towards, what do they believe in, and what do conservatives like kind of lean towards. And like, you know, when it comes to like abortion, pro-choice. Like having like the woman be able to do whatever she wants with her body, stuff like that. Like I've always had that though. Like I've always had that opinion. Like gay marriage, like I want gay marriage. Like in my mind, I don't understand what the problem is at all. Like I don't see why it's an issue right now, and it's actually kind of sad that it's controversial. You know, it's like I didn't really want to get off on the political views because I can talk for a little bit, but like with gay marriage, like, you know, I mean the arguments like with all these Christian people, they're saying gay people don't need to get married because like marriage should be between a man and a woman. Well, it's like, what are you trying to say? Like they say that they're trying to protect the sanctity of marriage. Well, it's like 50% of people who get married today get divorced. So you can't say you like regard it that highly if you're getting divorced. You know, it's like 50% of the time. So I think, you know, equal rights for, you know, for you know, gay marriage, all that. I totally am for it. Oh, Mac asked, who is our favorite author, or like what's our favorite book, and would we do the author? Well, I don't read a lot. Ashiel is trying to get me to read, like she's like giving me some of her books, like, you know, like Twilight and stuff like that, and which Twilight I really like. But like my favorite book probably of all time, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. So that's my favorite book. And would I do J.K. Rowling?
No. So here's my question/challenge. In your video, say what is the one thing, like pick a teacher that you've had in the past or professor, and say what is like the one thing that they did, or like a certain situation that pissed you off. And here's where the challenge comes in. You can either do like a little skit and then kind of like act it out, and like I said, since I'm like tired and cold and I don't want to do it, I'm not going to, and just like tell us what pissed you off about them, or a situation that pissed you off.
Something that involves one of your teachers when they piss you off. And yeah, one happened today when I went up to my math teacher, and I asked her a question, and I asked her a question, like what's the formula for something or something, and which like normally you're allowed to ask on tests, like if you don't know it, like she'll usually put it up there and be like, okay, here's the formula that you need to do. But for this test, she didn't do it, And so I asked her, like, what is the formula for that? And she just wouldn't answer. Like, she did it in the weirdest way. She, like, was silent. She looked at me, and I was like it sounded rude. I actually was like, what? Like I said, like, what? I was like, what? And she's like, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that, Kane. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I know that was kind of a retarded little story or whatever. Hopefully your guys' are better, but I am freezing cold, and I'm going inside. Happy Tuesday. Blah, 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 blah.